In this video, we're going to talk about a bike accessory that I almost never ride without and one that I use the most, and that's a camera.
There's a novelty to riding your bike, whether you're leaving your house for a short ride, throwing yourself down a mountain on a mountain bike, or clipping in for a long day in the saddle. There's that little piece of us that thinks it's kind of a funny thing to do. For us at least, it's almost always about the journey and not the destination.
So yes, this is another love letter to the Fuji X100V, an amazing digital rangefinder camera that I consider an essential accessory on every bike ride. As cyclists, we consider this camera a best friend and riding companion, so we're going to talk more about the experience. The simplicity of this camera means it's lightweight and small, the point and shoot body is very streamlined, the grip is small, the viewfinder is small, and the 23mm fixed lens doesn't stick too far off the body. This means that the camera feels very balanced when you're riding with it on your body, and this means it could also go in and out of some bike bags.
A handful of companies have developed strap systems that secure to 3 different points in the camera, and it actually allows you to strap the camera around your torso, kind of like a seatbelt. The one that we really like and that we're currently using is from PS Bagworks. Some other companies we really like who do these systems are Outer Shell and Metal. When it comes to on-bike storage, we also really like using a stem feed bag for quick access. You do have to get a slightly larger stem feed bag in order to fit the X100V, but it makes it really easy to grab quick shots on the fly. And speaking of quick photos, one-handed use is another really nice benefit of riding with a small camera. The rear viewfinder on this system makes it really easy to frame your photos quickly on the go.
What you shoot is completely up to you, just like where you ride is completely up to you. There's no rules, and that's the beauty in all of this. Riding a bike has brought us a lot closer to the world around us, and using a camera has allowed us to be a little bit more present and capture a bit of that scenery that typically passes us by. The X100V is equipped with a crop sensor and a 23mm f2 fixed lens. So what this means is that the focal length is not overly wide, it's not overly tight. It's a great in-betweener focal length that allows you to capture people, objects, scenery, or anything else that you might just really like to take a picture of on your ride.
This feels like a good time to just let the photos speak for themselves. What do you think?
Yep.
If you're not into cameras at all, this is a really approachable tool and really easy to navigate. If you are a camera nerd, we also stand behind our belief that you'll still have a lot of fun with this simple and pared down experience. Starting with the controls, Fuji is known for their film-like approach to camera bodies. Looking down at the top of the camera, the shutter speed and ISO share a big dial on the top, and your aperture settings live on the lens. This means you can see all of these settings at a glance really easily.
The X100V comes loaded with 11 film simulations, and this makes it really easy to decide the look and feel that you're after before heading out and shooting. The photo sharing capabilities are one of my favorite features out of the Fuji X100V. But if you've heard anything about Fuji's mobile app, you'll know that it's hot garbage. It was hot garbage, and now it's a lot better, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it works. So the first thing is opening the new Fuji X app. Within the camera, we're gonna go to the menu, and you're gonna look for wireless communication. Click on image acquisition. The camera sends out a Wi-Fi signal. All the photos on the SD card in the camera will show up, so you can select them. Once you hit transfer the selected images, they'll start downloading directly to the photos folder on your phone. And that's it. The act of riding a bike holds a lot of similarities to the art of photography. It's a pared down, intentional way to move through the world, and there's a lot of beauty in the simplicity of that act. While phones have incredible cameras, they tend to strip away a lot of the creative control, and they optimize for perfectly lit and focused images.
We don't always go the iPhone shooting route. Don't get me wrong, it's a gift. I shoot with my iPhone all the time. It's a fantastic tool to have. But just like cars are the modern solution for travel, and there's no argument that it's the most efficient way from point A to point B, it's also not the most fun way. My feeling is you just don't get that same sense of adventure shooting on an iPhone or a camera phone of any kind that you do shooting with a system like the X100V. That's what we love about it.